Yes, yes, yo, you don't stop. Big John come rocking a short shot. Welcome back. Weekend edition express style, baby. It's the fastest freaking show in MLB, absolutely anywhere. With your boy. Big Johnny Stud, yo, coming to you worldwide. Brooklyn, New York, as always. Out the damn chair, as always. Starting to get a little bit sick. Hear it in the voice. I'm going to try and take care of myself and you. I know it says live. Don't be fooled. Life is a work. This is pre-recorded. I'm on my way out of state for my niece's communion. So if I am ignoring your comments, it's not because I don't see them. It's just the magic of technology. All right. Enough of that bullshit. Follow me on Twitter at John Legaza. Check out the Substack. Support good people doing good work. Don't be a cheap bitch your whole life. I'm going to save you $2 worth of time a week. Really getting some great feedback. Appreciate all the new subs. YouTube channel crossing about 550. Really into that. And the Substack is starting to rock and roll. Somebody reached out yesterday and wrote, after subbing up, thank you for making your work accessible and affordable. This is going to be game-changing for everyone who uses it correctly. Yo, thank you very, very much. I could not have said it better myself, and I think that's the best advertisement. Regular people using this shit. You see the green screens, the both teams to score, all the old stuff, the hit run, ribby stuff. We are doing all the damn things, and there's football up already. All right, enough of that shit. Best part of waking up. I hit the wrong button and I flushed. Oh my god, what an idiot. Sign up for the toilet sheets. Damn it. Damn it. Well, again, it's ain't live, but I'm not re-ripping it because I am recording live. It's just not in real time. It is what the hell. It is what the hell it is, yo. There it goes. Let it wash over you, yo. 15 games today. I'm in full-on tilt mode, though the betting is going very well, right? This is why we do the combines. Combine number 3, looking like it's going to be the last one. Not going to put the cart before the horse, but we're looking really strong. Like, the beats have been bad beats. The wins have been clean wins. That's always a good sign. In front of CLV, always a good sign. Cashing some tickets, always a good sign. But, man, I've got a lot of cash riding on the Dodgers to go 500 this week against the stupid Marlins and the Cardinals. They're now 1-3, one more loss, and I am getting bounced from that Survivor 20. What a kick in the nuts, man. You know. Can't freaking believe it, yo. Can't believe it. All right, so 8 up front, 3 early, 5 afternoon, 3 and 5's 8, leaving 7 on the back end. That's what you see up on the board. We're going to focus on those, then do a quick board read, because I got to be quick. I got to get the fudge out of here. But I want to leave people hanging. I really think consistency is part of it. You know, it's almost like a workout, right? Get it in, get one in, even if it's not a great one. First up, Landon Roop on the bump for the Gigantes, man. Loving him. Minus 113. Slight favorite on the road down in Florida to face the Winged Lion, Griffin Jax, and the Flat fucking Fish. Obviously, Jax is just going to open. Oh shit, I meant to mention, if you're following the sheets, obviously this is up. This is my work. Everything else is delayed. Fangraphs hasn't updated since last night. So nothing on Fangraphs is fresh. I updated our templates, right? So the lefty stuff, the game orders, all that stuff is correct. All the stats are 1 day behind right now. Providing it's up before I walk out the door, it is my number one priority. But just to give you a heads up, it's not us, it's literally everybody that's behind the 8 ball today. So that reaches into the bullpen work, which is where I was going to get. I guess I could look really quick right now. I don't want to do it for everybody. Rays going with an opener, really hard to model, 8 innings. Jax is only going to go 1. They had a clean game yesterday, shut out the Giants. That offense freaking blows. Seymour pitched. That's what I wanted to see. He only went 14 pitches. Sulser 1 inning 10. Baker 1 inning 12. So it's pretty clean back there. But Sulser is the guy that would kind of be getting the innings. I guess it's Yoendrys Gomez. But I like Roop. It's just that the Giants won't score. I was hoping we would have been locked in for Seymour to get with an under, but you could see those are already kind of pushed pretty heavy. 3.5 and 7.5 F5 full game totals, respectively. So I don't know, man. Like I have the Giants for a little bit of a win. I know hitting is independent. You're very unlikely to get shut out 2 days in a row. But holy crap, the offense is just the worst. Giants versus righties last 2 weeks. I mean, they've hit for average, yeah, when you have a top 3 BABIP. They've gotten line drives, but it's not like they're pulling the ball. They're not really hitting it hard. They're not hitting home runs. And Jax is pretty good. He struggled this year, but they had some kind of universal struggles in that bullpen that they've cleaned up as of late. But again, I like Roop. I like the F5. If I had to make a play, I think that's probably it. Giants bullpen has been okay. But I think if we're like tied after 5, I just have no faith in the damn Giants. So I'm going to put San Francisco money line. Hold on, I'm going to get you a price really quick. Everything just a little shitty today. just a little shitty. Minus 120. That's the only number up. Again, no one's F5s are lagging. Everything is lagged out today. So don't beat yourself up. It could be an opportunity for edge at some point. Right now, I just think I like the Giants on the F5, and we'll move it on. Roki Sasaki and the Dodgers on the road against the Cardinals and Mike McGreevy. I'm fucked. So fucked. Damn it. I can't believe it. Was having the decision, the talk with my buddy who I'm playing with. And it was not just like, oh, Dodgers. They had 6 games. You only need 3. Marlins and Cardinals, both, inferior teams. We had like all these pitching matchups. Sasaki was one of the losses we had marked down. Right, we lost Glass now earlier on. I just can't believe it. Fucking Marlins, man. So my fate is in the hands of Roki Sasaki, who looked good out of the box, if I'm not mistaken. Last time he ended up giving up the same 4 as always. So he's been type terrible. Sasaki pretty much a disaster, 6.35 ERA and a 181 whip. I mean, how long before they replace him with River Ryan? I'd be stashing him. Too many walks, doesn't induce chases. I mean, he sucks. McGreevy's pitched well on the surface, right? But easily, like very easily. One of the top negative regression candidates. 297.90 ERA whip combo. But the expected ERA is north of 6. Hold on, sorry, I have to do this to you. I had some formatting stuff go cuckoo for some reason, where all the numbers are correct, but like some colors got flipped. And if you can see, I flipped it in real time. It's such a pain in the ass. But yeah, McGreevy's not been good. Again, the command and control has been okay. But you can't keep a 4% walk rate with a 39 ball, 29 chase, 52 first strike. So he's going to pitch the contact to the Dodgers. Hopefully, if anything, the Dodgers get there. I know my man Kyle Kerbs is fucking sick because not like I was tailing him. He and I were just in agreement. Dodgers run line, Dodgers to score 5 on the road against a worked-ass bullpen, too, of course. That was the big fucking thumb in the ass. Finger in your coolie. God damn it, yo. God damn it. Everybody was on that bullpen report yesterday. Dodgers just couldn't get it done. They had men on, had every fucking opportunity, of course. Oh, what a kick in the ass. The Survivor Tournament I ran is almost down to the very end. I wasn't following. I talked to Commish. I think they're down to 3 people when it ends. I'm obviously going to pay in full. Maybe we could do a restart. Maybe we could do like a June 1st restart, give a couple weeks to pump it up. It's a lot of fun. That one was a little bit smaller, but so was the entry. But again, you just got to go 500 on the week. You're playing ahead, and it's a lot of fun, winner take all. St. Louis offense, I don't know, man. I'm having trouble backing them, and they keep producing. Now they're hitting home runs with terrible discipline, which is the opposite of what we expect from the Cardinals, right? All homers, no discipline, like a total flip of the archetype. But like Walker and Weatherholt looking really good. Barrelson is looking good. I mean, Alec Burleson doing the thing, even as a split player, but he's going to play against all the righties. The Dodgers, the flip side, all the disciplinary stuff going on right now. Just no homers, no extra base hits. 95 WRC plus last 7 days. Dodgers not looking good. I tend to think, they're going to get up off the mat. But I already thought that after, dropping 2 to the Marlins with the day off. I don't know if I'm ready to sell the Dodgers out. Plus 130, by the way, for the Cardinals. Model is just way over, and I think that's where I'm going. I've got 8.5 on that total. Yeah, 8.5. I got minus 115s. Let's go to the over. A lot of the same principles apply. Dodgers on the road getting 9 frames. Cardinals, the dog at home, should bat in the 9th. I'm not sure Sasaki's even good. So the Cardinals should chip in. Hopefully. Overs yesterday hit. The bets, again, have been doing really well. And it's a lot of the stuff that we called. So, man, it sucked. Again, I got to take a major fucking L. I got to stop doing this. These debut pitchers are killing me because we talk about fading them all the time. This time it was Povich. I mean, I talk about this literally all the time. Guys either coming off injury or promotion or delays or whatever the case is, right? Just irregular routines. And I've had very poor luck going against the Yankees. Obviously, the Yankees are good. Don't buy into this shit that teams are unbeatable. We see it with the Dodgers right now. Yankees are not even great against lefties. I thought we were in a good spot yesterday. When the Orioles tied it up in the back end of the first, I thought, maybe things are looking up. And Povich he couldn't get that big pitch. A lot of 2-out shit. It is what it is. Take our losses. But again, I was iffy on that one. I pulled the trigger because of the juicy plus 150. That was a huge loss. But something like the White Sox that we felt very confident in, they destroyed San Diego yesterday. Talked about decoupling from the markets just enough to create some separation in our algorithm work. And it's really working very well. I haven't felt this confident about betting. If you've been following my work, I used to be very confident. And then when I started doing content creation and data providing and rankings, projections and stuff, best-selling Substack, thank you very much. I put the customers first. Everyone knows this. If you hit me up with a mistake, I correct it right away. If you have keeper questions, I answer it right away. I'm all over this shit. I put everyone else first. Makes the betting hard, right? If you're going to be a professional bettor, that's what you've got to be doing first. I used to believe, because it was in bearing out the numbers, that we could actually compete with the market, not say late last minute, but late the morning of, right? Not having to play the night before, which is what a lot of very good bettors do. My boy Matty Williams does that. Kyle and Sauce do that. I mean, this is what people that win do, because they're playing all of the same picks that we are. They're just getting everything at 15 or 20 cents better. Play that out over the course of time, and that's where all your wins are going to be. Anyway, I'm feeling really good now. Kumar Rock and Roller on the bump for the Texas Rangers. They're on the road with a 3.5 total against Keter Montero and the Tigres down in Motor City. Montero's been freaking excellent. Normally his bugaboo is lefties. I'm not sure how that has panned out this year. Let's check it out really quick. No, he's been really good, and I guess that was it. We should have known. Though the ball's in the air a ton, maybe it's going to regress. Montero had always struggled with that pitch to lefties. Not like the Rangers' offense has been any good. Langford had to leave his minor league rehab game again. Rangers did get it done for us yesterday. That was another nice, clean win. Although it made me a little nervous, making me wonder if we should have gone with the F5 because it coughed it up, but we ended up getting it done. Maybe the clean was a little exaggerated. They jumped out to a 4-0 lead, and you're feeling pretty good about that. You expect to win that bitch. Rangers offense versus righties last 2 weeks. Stuff that we like, but not like full-on bull case here. Whereas Detroit really starting to ring as an offense not to be fucked with. So I think you got to like the Tigers here. I think we might have much as I like Rocker and the potential upside, once, the Prince that was promised, he's shown us little flashes, but you could see I'm flipping back and forth as I talk about this stuff. The swing and strike and the chase are starting to pop, but he's got to get the cold stuff over and a little bit less to contact, because he does, again, the misses are just always so bad. I do think there is potential in the ceiling here. He's still a young man. But I think for today, I think we have the edge, both on offense and with the starter. Texas offense the last 7 days, just whack, man. Don't think I'm going back to that well today. Though flip side for the bullpens, Detroit bullpen's been terrible. Texas bullpen's been awesome. That was the case again yesterday. I've got Detroit for a pretty clean win. Though depending on the F5 tax, I'm seeing minus 125 for the Montero F5. No, that can't be right. That's got to be old. So I'm using an odds trade or whatever. There was one that was minus 140. I failed to believe it because I saw two minus 120s and a minus 140. I thought that was the outlier. Looking at the game ML line at minus 140 makes me think that F5 probably is a minus 145. I don't think I want to pay that for the Tigers and Montero. But I do have that as the play. So I'm going to put Tigers F5. But I don't like it. I don't like the price. I do think he gets home, but I don't like the price. Maybe we could pair the Tigers or some shit. Oh shit, sorry. Scott, hold on, I see you real quick, man. I'm gonna let you in right now, brother. See what I'm talking about? Customer service stuff. That was a request for access to the sheets. I'm just always handling, and then there's people with issues who need stuff explained, which I understand. I have a tutorial vid, but I probably don't have enough of this stuff. So anyway, let's get it back on track. Tigers for the F5 win. I worry about the bullpen, especially if we're moving the line to minus 140, where we are closer to like minus 113. And then if you add the home tax, give me 10 cents, minus 123, minus 125, we're still a little bit outside that. And then minus 135 is kind of like my range. I really want confidence if I'm going beyond that. So next up, this is like, I could do a college dissertation on this one. It's Chris Sale and the Braves on the road against Chase Dollander and the Rockies. Hey, man, crazy, yo. I mean, yeah, exactly. All the question marks. Whenever you see a total under 10 in cores, your eyebrows got to go up. Sale is incredible. There's no doubt about it. If I'm not mistaken, Rockies haven't really hit lefties at all, right? So Rockies really rough split v lefties. You could see that on the board. Sub 300 OBP, 27K, 15 swing strike. This is their worst split. They are objectively terrible against lefties. Sale should shoved, except cores. Then you have Dollander. He's been like an objective ace this year. Again, quantifiable ace. 23 KBB, 13.5 swing strike, 35 ball. These are all elite metrics. However, right, but a shaking ass. Oh, with your big ass. With your fucking big ass. You're challenged, right? We're doing pitching. We just did it. Yeah, I know. Can't do pitching analysis, of course, man. But I just find this so freaking interesting that I can't get over myself. Dollander, we wrote about him in the offseason, liking him as a potential streamer because he had always been so good on the road, at least, to worry about him at home. This year, he's been even better at home. Remember, Core's kind of undefeated. For the career, Dollander ERA on the road is 3.18, very good. 2.82 WOBA, very good. At home, 8.47 ERA, 3.94 WOBA. Those are really bad. Braves offense is humming right now. So you see all the mixed kind of signals. Braves offense, one of the best, if not one of the better at least, right-hand hitting teams in regards to power. So it's just all the mixed signals, right? All the movable forces versus all the stoppable objects. I was kind of hoping this one would get up to 10, 10 and a half to go under. But within a 10, I don't know if I can do it. You just see how the ball flies. There is a lot of swing and miss, and I think that's how you suppress core scoring because it's mostly predicated on BABIP-induced stuff. But all right, that's enough. Again, I'm under. Let me just double check. I mean, I generally have preset cores bumps. I mean, I could juice these bullpen numbers a little bit. They're gassed. They're not, I guess they're not fully gassed. What I mean is I still have, remember, bullpen is a complement to starting pitchers. I generally have Sale and Dollander as distance guys, so you get less bullpen. If we think it maybe the effective cores as they go shorter, then if you want, you could probably add, I don't know, another fifth of a run, a quarter run is heavy to each team. We'd still be on the under. But at that point, you're at least talking about close. I don't know. I think the Braves win, but they're minus 220. Dollander is such a good pitcher. He's like entirely too good of a pitcher to be a plus 180 dog. And that feels like the sharp play. And the sharp play doesn't always bear out in the numbers. And it's not to say it's a vibe play because it's generally attached to a crazy price. I can't even find it listed. It's not right now. What the hell? It's not. And funny, Odds Trader. Now I have to go look on BetStamp. Again, this is like the life of the fucking tout, man. This stuff is just never made easy for us. Constantly shopping things that are not true, things that are not live. The starters are listed. Okay, that Colorado F5 is plus 165. The run line, man, I'd like to see what a half run line is. Because right now their run line is plus 1.5. This is an F5 plus 1.5, minus 160. I don't want that. But man, I may take Dollander plus 170. Yeah, I think I'm going to. And again, this feels like the Baltimore play yesterday, which is why it's a 4% chance of hitting, 38% chance of hitting, or whatever. All right, let's move it on. That's more than enough time in the Coors game. Sean Burke and the Pale Hose. They're heavy-ass dogs on the road against El Rey, Michael King, and the Friar Tucks at home near that beautiful aquarium. I immediately saw this and wanted to go under, but it looks like this total is freaking 3.5 on the F5. And I just can't get down there. I don't go below that. I don't love these guys that much. Though now that I'm looking, Odds Trader is saying it's a 4.5. It's not going to be 4.5. If the game total is 7.5, it's not going to be 4.5. It could be 4, but it won't be 3.5. Again, a lot of late info today, a lot of like lagging and dragging. Fangraphs, as of recording right now, it's almost 8 a.m. on the East Coast. Fangraphs has not updated. Holy crap, this has got to be the latest I could ever remember. I'm just refreshing all their boards. It says last updated Friday night at 11:40 p.m. So the lineup page is updated, but the stats and stuff, bullpen stuff, is not updated. I wonder what's going on. So again, I will get it up if it's up before I leave. I physically won't be able to do it if not. Now again, being a day behind on offensive stats shouldn't be swinging models wildly. Again, we don't really use L7. but it's a thing of mine. It means a lot to me that the work is thorough, the work is accurate, and delivered in a timely manner. But and listen, I pay for third party stuff across the board. I pay a lot for the shit. Anyway, so I like Burke and I like King. Let me see if I move that F5 to a 4. What'll happen? I mean, not to say we're either under or over. It just kind of is more of like that push. It's a play we would love if it was 4.5. And maybe it's worth checking the price. I'm not going to do that now. I've been too many detours. But Burke's been good on a permanent basis. Remember, we liked him a year ago, right? Or the year before last, where we had that strong finish. And he's cleaned up that command and control, inducing chases. I think there's more strikeouts here. And I think Berkey could level up. If he's going to be a low whip guy, whip ground balls, and suppress contact, we like Burke. Padres' offense really kind of sucks. The last righty stuff is even not looking that great, and they're coming off playing on the moon. So we don't love this offense at all. Padre bullpen has been kind of gross. I think they'll eventually correct. I'm really on an under here. I'd like to see that number pop to 8. Like if it got to an 8, maybe we're under the 8. If that went to a 4.5, we're under the 4.5. So I'm going to put the alt total because that is like the